most important election we've ever had and we've ever seen, and nobody gives a I don't know if it's just me, but I'm extremely tired of this election cycle, mainly because it seems like it's just been dragging on since July. But on top of it dragging on, it's been overwhelming with how many advertisements we've been seeing just regarding politics in general. Every form of media, whether it be mail, TV, or social media, you are bound to catch these advertisements. You can't even escape it on YouTube because guess what? You didn't see either a Kamala ad or a Trump ad, or if you're in Michigan, you saw a voting alert. And I'm just assuming this ain't just Michigan, so if you've also seen these voting alert ads, please drop it in the comments because it can't just be us. I get that we're a swing in a battleground state, but I promise you it is not that deep. Let me watch my damn video. And to be honest, I thought it was just my algorithm that was messed up, that was just pointing me to all these political things. But I've been asking people I've been cool with, and they've also said the same thing, that they've seen nothing but election ads. That's just everything around them. So to finally prove that I wasn't tripping, I ran an IG poll that I will be reading to y'all. My question on Instagram was simply this: do you think there are too many political ads? And as the result of this Q&A didn't surprise me, it just made me realize I really wasn't f***ing tripping. Let me enjoy YouTube in peace, bro. I just want to get back to my video. I literally felt that from my heart, bro. Let me watch my brain rot in peace without a political attachment to it. Fuck yes. I can't go anywhere, do anything without Trump or Kamala ads being shoved in my face. Nah. I want your algorithm. And something like that, but there's not enough BasedDom ads for it. Okay, man, I'm working on it, I promise. But seeing other people see this overwhelming amount of political ads makes you ask the question of why are they going so hard? It's been pitched and advertised to us that this is one of the most important elections based on what's at stake. And based on what we're going against the lesser of two evils again, but it just seems way more evil this time. I don't know why. But despite this being the most important election, the people are so divided within their parties. But when you see ads like Republicans against Trump, you start to understand how bad this truly must be. Because more than likely, this crowd being against Trump now fully voted for him and was undying for him in 2020. But also, people were hating on Joe Biden, and that's arguably for a good ass reason too. Because he did the same thing in 2020. He promised a lot of things and then didn't do a lot of those things while doing other things nobody really wanted. And because of that, we have Kamala Harris. And I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of who you should vote for because I really don't care. I don't like either of these people to represent the country of the United States. But this pushback definitely shows you another thing, that people are getting real disillusioned to the system of the election. And not only just the election, but the government as a whole. People aren't feeling adequately represented by the powers that be, and they are actively speaking about it, which is why we see these kind of pushback things on social media. And I think these overwhelming amount of political ads are because the powers that be are actually kind of scared that people don't really care. And because they're scared of people losing faith in the government system, they're just trying to inundate you and just throw you slop of propaganda. Let's really talk about why the people are divided, and I have to bring up Chappell Roan for this specific example. Chappell Roan is against genocide, just plainly saying it. Both of the parties are complicit in this genocide. Point blank just said she's against genocide and she does not like that Kamala Harris is supporting genocide. Chappell Roan's take really was not that crazy. And this somehow was getting mixed up and implied that she was voting for Trump, which I don't know how you made that jump. It just makes no sense for me, and it's showing that the modern day political discussion does not offer any nuance. Even in 2020, people were able to be critical of these candidates and still vote for them. And we've turned political discussion and nuance into a black and white thing when it's always been gray. Putting this binary on political discourse doesn't allow the political landscape to be improved in any way. But the division of the United States getting as bad as it is, paired on top of all the political advertisements we get, has shown that people really don't have faith in the election anymore. Elections used to be a respected thing, or maybe that's just me being a kid and I was naive to how bad this was, but at least back then it seemed a lot more formal and a lot more respectable. And people are showing their attitudes towards this. You can't go more than 5 seconds without seeing something about politics, this video included. People's attitudes, at least on my algorithm, are that they really don't care about this anymore. That it all seems hopeless. And I really don't know what this leads to. I mean, the thing that I can think realistically is that people are just gonna stop voting y'all in general. And these attitudes are really formed because of how much misinformation just exists in the world. Look at the last debates. The fact checkers were used so much, you would have thought they got paid 12 figures, bruh. For the fact checkers to be used this much to, correct the politicians lying about things, this shows you that we're kind of in a fucky position. That's the best way I can describe it. It's fucky. It's really fucky. And the AI videos are fucking terrible too, man. The Haitian immigrant situation in Springfield, Ohio bred a lot of this because I seen a lot of fucking memes of people eating cats and dogs who appear to be Haitian, all formed on a lie that the creator of the lie even apologized for. But because of how AI works and how it is utilized, it has now been able to weaponize memes to make you feel something without actually thinking about it. If you already had a predisposition to not like black people, seeing that Haitian meme is gonna fuel your racism. And I knew this was about to get bad when we started seeing the AI voice memes of Trump and Biden, man. Because think of that potential. If I can make Joe Biden sound like he's doing a 360 trick shot, imagine what you can make a politician say, especially during this year. And with how much misinformation is there, there's a chance that someone believes you and take that as fact. And now I have to bring this point up because I feel like it's the most important to me because I'm in this generation. But it feels like a lot of this outcry comes from Gen Z's awakening to the social injustices. And Gen Z is battling on the internet with boomers and millennials who really didn't have to socially awaken to anything. If they wanted to remain in their circles of bigotry, they very well could and have. They be talking about all this that I'm talking about. But because of this battle, nobody wants to believe anybody and nobody really is listening. Nobody actually wants to sit down and hear the other side because sometimes the other side is just propagated on lies anyway. Like, be real honest with yourself. Could you really effectively talk to someone who is just lying to you every time? Because you really wouldn't know what the truth is. Gen Z battling other generations among the misinformation and so many other things I talked about. I feel that's the reason why everyone is tired of this election cycle. And that's the end of this rant, man. I was trying my best not to talk about this, but I had no choice, man. It's been on my social medias and I had to yap about it. Probably people watching this video who couldn't wait for me to talk about all this stuff, so you're welcome and I love you. If you enjoyed this rant, man, leave a like on the video, put your boy in the algorithm so everybody can see your boy, BasedDom. Yes, sir, man. Leave a comment. How do you feel about the political ads and do you see them as often as I'm talking about? I know for a fact it is probably a mess everywhere, so tell me your experiences with it. I'd love to have a dialogue. And subscribe, man. I still cannot believe I have the beautiful community that I do with all the support that I get, with all the likes, comments, and shares, man. It just means the world to me because I don't know where I'd be if I wasn't making content for you guys. You guys are always so receptive and respectful of everything that I post, and I can just be nothing but humbled by that. Thank you very much. I appreciate my subscribers, both old and new, because you make my dreams of being a content creator realer and realer every day, and I love you. Yes, sir. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's down in the description. But yeah, man, it's been BasedDom, people. Deuces.